One of the topics that came up in your book that I think dovetails really well into creativity, and maybe you could pull apart this idea of purposeful play, or how do we play as adults, and can technology like AI be part of play, or should it be distinctly separate from play?
Okay, so there's like all these different angles of play in AI. So I'll cover some. So I studied hundreds of early adopters, successful early adopters, to find the patterns that they use to help as a foundation to help others that were new and newbies and not early adopters to learn how to use the technology. And one thing that I found was that play was very essential in the way that early adopters started to use the technology. They were playing with absurd scenarios and ridiculous prompts to kind of get a feel for what the tools did. And it was really an important way to learn about AI. And the way they did it is super chaotic and doesn't really work for people who aren't attuned to be early adopters. So I translated it into a methodology that actually works for everybody in the book. But that's one angle, is play can help us learn about AI. But here's another thing. Forever, we have seen, there's lots of research that backs this up. We have seen that play stokes creativity because it allows us to do things without judgment. It allows us to explore and experiment a space we normally wouldn't. And it also drives innovation. So when we're playful, it helps to wake up our brains and our neural pathways to work and imagine in a new way. And so that has been extremely helpful. Guess what? Here's the third angle. AI is a fantastic partner to play with. So
yes,
you can imagine, like, I'm constantly running through in a multimodal way, absurd scenarios to stoke my thinking. So you might ask an image generator, what happens when buildings grow like plants? You might take that into video and see what happens. Maybe you're someone working on future design in a city, and maybe that's helpful to you. You might ask, a chatbot to say, give me a sci-fi story about if we were to have buildings grow like plants, what implications would this have for society, for the world, blah, 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 blah. So That's playful, like being playful, or even doing an improv game. Okay, AI, we're going to play improv. Let's do some yes and. And we just play and ideate and build on ideas. Honestly, if you have a challenge you can't get through, putting yourself in a play mode, even for 10 minutes with AI, and then turning back to it, or taking a walk and then turning back to it, is extremely effective. We have such a wide open landscape of things that we can do here. This is about how you grow as a person and amplify what you are uniquely good at. It's not the only thing AI can help you with, but it's a huge opportunity for literally everybody on this planet.